Hey, that's JB, Brick Fanatic here. Today's mock is going to be this Pentagon build. This is going to be an architecture style model of the US Pentagon. If you don't know what the Pentagon is, it's a government building for the US military in the United States in Washington, D.C., and it's a very odd shaped building. It's shaped like a pentagon, which is a five-sided polygon, which is very hard to create with square Lego bricks, as you could imagine, but I think it did a pretty good job. Now, a unique feature of the Pentagon is there's 5 different like rows of building, and then there's gonna be like connecting hallways that go through, and there's like a little park or green space in the middle. Now there are roads all around here, but I did not fill that in because I just like the look of this on its own. I could have used green here for these plates, but you know, I think it looks good for like a rough sketch model. I might try to flush it out at some point in the future, but for right now, I do like the way it looks. I will show you how I did end up building this, but before I get into that, if you guys do want to drop a like down below, if you do enjoy looking at this model, and if you want to subscribe and see more content just like this, go ahead and do so. I'd certainly appreciate it. But let's get right down into the nitty-gritty bits of this build. So first off, you can see that they are just built using individual pieces. Each length is the same size. This one is 12, and there's just a hinge in there, so there's actually only 8 studs within the 2 hinges make the 12, and this is just a very simple assembly that goes all the way around. The exact same thing can be said for this one. It's just decreased by 2 studs. This one is 6 in between the 2 brackets, and it's the same thing. It's just a funky little shape that you can move around. The same thing with this one here. It just has 4 studs. This one has 2 studs in between them, whereas this one has no studs in between them. And that is just basically how I got the look. Now, how they're attached is the first one is as close to the center as I could get it. Like this, it's on a jumper, so that means it's in between 2 studs. The next one is going to be half a brick over, which means it's on a regular plate front, just like so. So that gives it the even spacing, as even as I can get it all the way through. Because of the nature of the build, this is not the same distance on each of these sides, but that's just something that could not be avoided. The next one is placed on a jumper as well to get that just nice effect of having space in between. The next one is on just a standard plate, and then the last and final one is going to just have these 1x6 tiles placed evenly throughout the whole thing, so you can see there, and then it's placed also on a jumper, and that just kind of encases the whole thing. Now I did put a stud down here, if you can see that, just to kind of hold this into place. It does not make it perfectly even. It should be slid over just a little bit, but it does add strength. Let me place it right there. So it's not perfectly even, but it does add strength to the model, so that if you bump it, it does not move every single one on the inside. And I think that's a pretty fair trade-off. But all in all, the build looks very, very nice. I'm happy I was able to come up with this. If you guys do have any suggestions on how I could make it better, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Again, if you did like this model, go ahead and hit the like button. I'd certainly appreciate it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. But that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.